We're gonna do 500 push-ups in a single workout.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel. We'd like to experience everything that life has to offer. So we've done 100 wide pull-ups in a single workout, 500 dips in a single workout, 500 squats in a single workout, and now we're doing 500 push-ups in a single workout. Let's get right into it. I'm currently in a random parking lot here in Playa Vista, so I know a bit of an interesting scenery. I'm gonna throw on these gloves. I know, don't judge, but the pavement here is decently hot. So luckily it is a cloudy day, so we're gonna get some like random bits of sun here and there, but the pavement is still hot. So I'm gonna throw on these gloves just to make it a little bit easier so I'm not like burning my hands. I think it looks kind of weird though. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. All right, you ready? So let's just jump into it. I'm gonna do my first set, and then it truly begins. So let's go. All right, 25. So I think my plan for this one is to do, I think, sets of 25. I think that's a good amount. It's a bit windy. Actually kind of nice. Why does it feel weird to write with gloves on? I don't know why this feels weird. Take out my trusty notebook that I've used. It's like hard to turn pages with these on. All right. So we're doing it, 500 push-ups. And we just did 25. So we have 475 left to go. But if I think of it like this, at 25 push-ups per set, we're gonna be doing 20 sets. Or it should be 25 push-ups, yeah, per set. So we're gonna be doing 20 sets. I'm curious to see how this compares to the past other workouts, because if you think about it, I've done a lot of, oh, there's the sun coming out. I've done a good amount of bodyweight stuff. In terms of, wow. So the wind is definitely gonna mess up the audio on this video, so I apologize if it gets a little crackly or whatever. I have tried using, in case you're curious, one of those like microphones that you attach, but I feel like it's gonna sound weird. The iPhone microphone, even though I'm filming this from a distance, I actually find is better, honestly, than the DJI microphone. Maybe I have to like mess with it a lot more though. But I'm curious to see how hard this is. I feel like so far, in terms of like the other 3 long format workouts I've done, I think that the 500 dips was the hardest thus far. Is the 500 dips for sure. 500 squats was difficult. This one, I actually might think maybe one of the easiest. I do a lot of push-ups. I also did an entire full video of doing full planche push-ups, or me getting my first ever full planche push-up. So I do a lot of push-ups. So I think just because I train these a lot naturally, I feel like this won't be too bad. But again, very, very, very famous last words, so. All right, we're at 50. So, wow, even just with that, I can actually feel the heat on these gloves. You may not look it, this pavement's hot. I mean, I'm in a black parking lot, as you can see. So I'm actually in this area of Playa Vista where Google's like over there, and YouTube Space for all my dedicated subscribers. You may remember, rest in peace, I used to film at YouTube Space a lot, but it shut down because of COVID and everything. I miss it. It's great. You also may notice too, with these push-ups, I want to do them what I've called or heard as military style. There's a bajillion different types of push-ups out there, but one are the most conventional. See here? And your arms kind of flail out. So your elbows kind of flail out a little bit. I've heard that works more of your chest. These ones you may notice, my elbows are in, so I'm doing it like this, right? This works a bit more of your triceps. and everything. Also, I think that these ones, I think, are better for like planche work, calisthenics, handstand push-ups. I find these are better. So you could argue which one's harder or easier. I think for most people, I feel like doing elbows out is probably going to be easier than elbows in, like so, like where it's almost tucked tight to your body. But depends on your prior training and everything. Who knows? Maybe I'll mix it up. Maybe I'll do, you know, 250. Very different numbers. 250. Grab this down. Maybe I'll do like 250, like elbow in, then maybe switch to elbow out, because they do work different muscles. So if I'm trying to get like a lot of push-ups in, it may be useful to like target more triceps in the beginning, give my triceps more of a break, and then maybe then start targeting chest. So. All right. Starting to feel a bit now, you know. Feeling good though. It's gonna be a good workout. And like all my other workouts, I got my water with some trace minerals in it. I got this thing. I went out and bought more of these. The Honey Stinger Energy Waffle, which is gonna be kind of tricky to eat with these gloves, but I'll figure it out. Because this is great as like it's meant to be like a mid-workout snack to give you a little oomph to keep going. I usually have body armors with me. I literally just forgot. Being honest, I just forgot to get body armors for this workout. Another tricky thing though about these, specifically like this workout, that's gonna be odd because of the camera angle. If I go to stand up, you don't really see me, right? The camera gets cut off. You know, I could probably even go closer. Based off, like, I have a mirror behind the camera so I can see the angle, so I can probably go closer actually for some of these push-ups. But yeah, it is kind of tricky, I think, for a workout like this with dips. I do the dips, get back on my feet. Squats, obviously I'm on my feet. Pull-ups, pull up, back on my feet. With push-ups, it's like I have to constantly go back up and then back down in case I want to be standing. So it's like, do I do this like weird crouch thing? Do I like take a knee? Do I just sit? These are the things that go through my head, because you'd be surprised for some of these workouts where it's like a marathon style workout, it adds up. Like, I'm like constant getting up and down. Like at first you don't even notice it, but if you're doing rep after rep after rep after set after set, start to add up, you know. All right, so we're at 100. Grab my shirt. Not necessarily to throw on, but to wipe the sweat away. So we just gotta do that 4 more times, right? Which will get more tricky. Because I try not to think of this, especially for a workout like this. But it does kind of stink sometimes. You're like, well, I have to do 20 sets. Like the other workouts I've done with the pull-ups, squats, and dips was like by any means necessary. If I do a set of 5, set of 15, set of 20, set of 50, whatever, as long as I just keep moving towards that 500, I'll get there. This workout, I was like, you know what? Not saying I have to make it more structured, but I was like, maybe just a steady pace of 25 for each one, you know? Maybe I'll up it, maybe I'll lower it, we'll see. But I think for right now, I'm like, I like the staticness. Also, 25 is my lucky number, so feeling good. I feel like the first 100 wasn't too bad. That one hurt. Oh boy. Oh no. Not the best feeling to have too early in. Ooh. Ooh, all right. We're 125 though. So, was that a quarter of the way there? Right? So I just gotta do that 3 more times, what we just did, 3 more times. Which sounds easy, like, oh, just do it 3 more times. It's gonna get a lot harder from here. Oh. Oh. But I am filming this on a Friday. I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload it. But I am filming it on a Friday. So I feel like at least like I have like the weekend to look forward to and everything, you know? Like I said, maybe I'll switch it up with elbow out push-ups. It is a cool little like trick, if I call it that, where, you know, if you're just trying to get as many push-ups as you can in during a workout, switching from elbow out to elbow in, uses a little bit of different muscle groups. So yeah. All right. Ooh. Five left. $150. Ooh. Well, I'm feeling this more than I thought it would be. Not gonna lie. Maybe spoke way too early in this workout. I've also, I feel like, been taking less and less breaks, I think, between these sets that I typically do. And I find sometimes, which is kind of funny for a video like this, that sometimes this happens where it's like, I don't want this video to be too long, given audience retention on YouTube and all those kind of analytics. So it's like, all right, maybe if I speed this up, the video is more entertaining to watch. So then in the beginning, I naturally take shorter breaks than I should. And then over time, I start taking longer and longer breaks, obviously because I am getting tired now. We're on 50, you know? The last one was tricky. I hit like a point at 17. Did a few, did a nice little set of 5. So I may have to drop down for 25 because, like I said, all these workouts, I'd rather take longer with good form than take shorter and it'd be kind of like, you know, we've probably all seen people do, they were just like this, where they're kind of like just lightly pushing up or like their body posture's not the best, you know. Maybe also too, I was thinking, maybe I'll change like my angular positioning. Maybe like the next time I do it, I'll face this way or this way. Or I just keep doing it like this. All right. legs start to fall asleep a bit. Feels weird wearing the gloves. I don't really like it, I'm not gonna lie, but the pavement is surprisingly very hot. So I don't want like my hands start like, and this happened to me one time in a workout. I worked out on pavement like this, and the pavement was like scorching hot. And I'm like, oh, it's not gonna be that bad. And I was doing rounds, and next thing I look, and my hands are legit like blistering from the heat because the pavement was so hot and my adrenaline was pumping through me. I wasn't really thinking about it as like something that could affect my workout, and it did. And I was like, oh man, so I had to stop. My hands were like super messed up, like blisters. Yeah, so I've learned my lesson that if I have to wear gloves for working like this, gotta do it, right? $175. This might back up a little bit. That won't feel good. I think at this point, now to start taking a bit longer breaks. You know, it's part of it. It's part of it. But then we're at 200. Then we only have 300 push-ups left to go. Not too bad. I feel like not too bad. I will say, I feel like when it comes to these workouts though, I feel like it's definitely more, I mean, physical is a huge thing, but I think a lot of it is mental. I think just given like the mental grasp or wrapping your head around doing 500 of anything, you know, I think it's just a lot. And I mentioned this before, that like say if someone said you had to take like 500 steps in a workout. I don't know how many steps it is to walk a mile, for example, for the average person. You know, I bet 500 steps isn't that long of a distance. Although I don't know, actually. Maybe I have to ask ChatGPT that. I'd be kind of curious. But even still, that still feel like a lot. Like 1, 2, like 500 is a big number, you know, especially when you're literally getting there one increment at a time. In this case, I'm trying to do it in a, you know, 25 reps for each set, but even still, it's like, you know, all right, you ready? Go. We're at 200. Again, that's what I always do, is like, I'm like, all right, so we've done 8 sets. So we have 12 to go. So in my mind, I do 2 sets, and I'm already halfway there, you know? Rather than thinking like, oh shoot, I still have 300 left to go, I'm like, no, I got 2 to then hit halfway. And then we just repeat that all over again. All over again. Usually I wait to kind of open up this cookie thing, but I'm kind of hungry, honestly. feel like I didn't eat enough last night, if I had to be honest. So, man, what a day. It's nice because subtle breeze. Oh, that's a legit breeze right there. All right. But also, I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can see from the angle. So I can tilt the camera up real quick. I won't screw this up. Show you. Look at that sky. All right. Tighten this up to make sure. All right. So it's like, as you saw, it's like fairly cloudy. I feel like half cloudy, half no clouds. So it's a good like duality of getting some sun, not getting too much sun, but also not being super gloomy, which is almost like, you know, I feel like if it's too gloomy out, it's not as motivational for me. It seems kind of like, you know. All right, ready for this one? So, one left, halfway there. Alrighty, making moves. I mean, especially for a workout like this, where like I have to be on the ground for a lot of it. It's just so conflicting. It's so conflicting to like get up and down. And like, do I just sit like this and just wait? You know, but then it's like, I feel like if I sit in like this, I'm almost losing my like, not buzz, not high. It's like I'm losing my like momentum, you know. I think that's probably the best way to word it for a workout like this. Because I started to get a little like sedentary, as with all the other ones. It's so much easier to just like stand up and walk around. But what's ironic, hands are getting like jumbled up. What's ironic about this particular workout, which is funny, is the angle, right? For this camera, it's literally like almost on the ground. It's like this level. It's like this high off the ground. Normally my tripod's fully set up, angled somewhere in the distance to watch me cook. But in this case, I'm so low that I can't keep standing up and talking. Unless maybe one day I hire like a videographer to film these videos, so that way I don't have to worry about sitting up and down and messing up the camera angle, you know. I also feel like, which bothers me just a little bit, actually more than just a little bit, this parking lot, as you can see, is not fully even. So even the camera angle might not be, it might look a bit off because this parking lot's a bit angled. You can kind of see out a little bit. So, all right, one more. So let's bang out this set. We're halfway there. We're cooking, crushing along. All right. Woo. Halfway. Which means 10 sets to go. 10 sets. That's it. Feeling good though, honestly. Feeling good. Like I said, I think the hardest thing about these workouts is to just know you have to pace yourself. Like sometimes, I think I get a bit antsy to just want to hit the next set, Especially because I feel like with a challenge like this, as opposed to running a marathon, which I've never done, it's on my bucket list, maybe someday I will eventually run a marathon. At least with a marathon, you're always moving, right? I mean, within reason, right? Within reason, but you're pretty much always moving. You're always progressing to 26.2 miles to get to that finish line. With this, I have to do a little bit and then stop and wait. And even though it doesn't feel like it, waiting to recover is progressing me forward, even though I'm sitting here just doing nothing. And I think that's what makes it so hard mentally. You know, I think a solid analogy, at least I think this is a good one, is if I said to you, would you rather wait like a half an hour in traffic? I'm talking traffic where it's bumper to bumper, you're slowly inching. Or would you rather wait 40 minutes, or excuse me, not wait, but drive 40 minutes, but it's a straight freeway? I'd rather choose 40 minutes on the freeway where I'm coasting at, like, say, you know, 60, 65, 70, whatever the speed limit is, or, you know. I'd rather drive and constantly moving for 40 minutes than be stuck in bumper to bumper traffic when I'm slowly inching for 30 minutes. Even though it's 10 minutes longer, it just feels way better, right? Especially like if you're driving, you're on a road trip, it's almost like meditative, you're playing music, you're kind of just in the zone, in the vibe. As opposed to being in traffic, it's like, you know you're gonna get there in 30 minutes. You know that waiting is part of being in traffic, but you're just like, dude, this sucks, man. You know? And I think that's how I kind of feel about a workout like this. Basically, right now I'm sitting in traffic. I'm sitting in traffic where I know waiting is eventually going to get me there, but I just have to do it. All right, at least we're halfway though, right? We're getting over that hump. Ugh. $275. So we can get some of this guy. Oh no, I dropped some. Shoot. I feel like this is like the point for any of these workouts where it's like I'm at around 60-ish%, you know, and I'm like close enough where I know I'm getting there, but it still feels so far away. But the way I look at it is, I got one set left, and then we got one set left, and we got 200 left, 200 push-ups, broken over 8 sets. So it's like I got like 1 + 8 is the way I'm looking at it. I don't know why these gloves make me feel weird. I feel like I'm like a hitman or something. Because I'm trying to crush and murder these 500 push-ups. I'm cooking though, I'm cooking. Which is funny how that's like now like such a common phrase is cook or cooking. Because I first heard about it a while ago when it comes to music production. Like if you're like, because a big phrase people use when it comes to like beat making is like, sometimes they call it like a cook up, where it's like, let's say I'm trying to like, probably as it sounds, I have like this sample here, I have this one thing in Serum maybe I'm working on, I have this one vocal loop, and I'm like, you know, effing around. And I'm like, all right, let me cook this up, similar to like Gordon Ramsay, having a bunch of spices and herbs and ingredients. He's like, let me just mess around and see what I can create with this. So I heard, that's the first time I heard that phrase used, like, oh, like I'm doing a cook up, right? Or cook ups. And then when people start making beats, sometimes they call it like, oh, let me cook, or I'm cooking right now, in terms of like, you know, you're making it. And then now I feel like I hear it be used everywhere. Where people are like, oh, like I'm writing a book, let me cook, or I'm like doing this workout, let me cook. I don't know where the origin is though. Like I said, I first heard about it from music production and beat making. I think, was it Timbaland who's the first person I heard say it? Like, oh, like I'm gonna do like a cook up right now, or I'm cooking. I think maybe it was Timbaland. Maybe it him. Ah, that breeze. Oh no!
Moments later.
So unfortunately the camera just fell. I just reset it back up and moved positions because, like I said earlier, that parking lot was a bit like wobbly and the tripod wasn't steady, and I was like, you know what, I don't know if this is the best place to film in. I don't want to fall again because things seem a bit off balance. So I decided to move here. Way better place for the camera, way more steady. So a bit of a change of view. But hey, you know what, kind of mixes things up for this workout, because that being said, we're at 275, so let's just get to 300. Ooh, this felt nice. It's crazy what like a bit of a longer break will get you, right? Now, we have 8 sets left. And we're way more in the shade now. Feels nice. Feels nice. Although, it's one of those like trade-offs where that parking lot I felt like was too off balance. You know, I was even on the fence about filming there before. Now this is way more balanced. Way more balanced. Way better. But you can probably see on camera these like, it's like bricks. So there's like kind of like mini gaps here. So it's kind of odd doing push-ups on like not a fully flat surface. Although again, that was kind of wobbly. So, you know, kind of funny. But again, sometimes with these workouts, everything can't be perfect. You know, like I said, these are very raw and unedited, you know? Like, so sometimes you just gotta roll with what happens in the real world environment. Like my camera falling over from that being too unstable. And I think the wind probably played a little bit of a part in that, but you know, I don't know what it is, but like I've said before, I think changing your environment sometimes, even in the middle of a workout, does kind of help. Like it feels kind of nice to like now have a different scenery, where it feels like, and I'm still doing this, but it feels like I took like a longer break than I probably did, even though I did take a solid break, just to like be like, let me pack myself up, move over here, make sure my tripod's now fully steady on actual even ground. We're back to doing it. All right, Feeling good now though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that mini area switch, because I was pretty much just right over there. That mini area switch, I think is all I needed now. I got eight left. Maybe if I'm feeling it, I can maybe do a few more sets, but I'm like, be patient, right? Be patient. The last one felt good though. As opposed to me having to like stop at 20, pause, and do those extra 5. I was like, you know what? I feel like I can switch in that other gear and bang out those last 5 without too much resistance for my body. And like I said before, for all my videos, I've said this so many times, and I'll continue to say it. I film all my videos with my iPhone. And I say that to people because so many people ask me about YouTube and how I film all these videos and make them. iPhone, that's it. Again, maybe at some point I'll use a mic. I might pull like a Sam Sulik and get like a hat with the mic here, which actually is pretty genius because I'm working out shirtless. So it's like, where do I clip it? Like, I can't really clip the mic anywhere when doing a workout like this, but if I'm wearing a hat, I'm right there. All right, so let's get to 325. Feeling alive. Hit that drop. This is also weird not working out with music. Like, this song's been stuck in my head, Hit That Jive by Dramatic. Such a banger. But, I don't know, there's something kind of oddly tranquil about working out to just this, right? Let's go. Ooh, starting to feel good now. I'm getting the second wind. I also think it's because that cookie is now kicking in. Oh, where'd I put it? Give me a second. Give me a hot minute. Oh, shoot. It may or may not have spilled in my bag. Let me add some of this cookie left though. Gotta say, this stuff helps. Again, no affiliation, not sponsored by them, but it helps. It's $2 at CVS. I feel like, not that bad. Especially now if someone said, hey, would you want to spend $2 to get a second wind in your workout? I'd be like, yeah. So, although, I wish it was liquid. It's my only complaint. Because there's something sometimes when we're doing a workout like this, the idea of like chewing something and like swallowing it, as weird as that sounds to say, it's like hard. So I'm like huffing and puffing, and I'm like in the zone. So that's the only thing. So it's kind of tough to like eat something like that. You know, so that's why I take like little bites of it. I also feel like if I ate the whole thing right away, I wonder if it wants to be too much. You know, so I feel like just like nibbling on it in between some sets really does the trick. Feeling good now though, because after this set, I only have 150 left. Which I have to think, I'm trying to think of the most push-ups I've ever done in one set. That's something I might start doing as like a next challenge, is like, this I'm doing 500 in a workout, but not in a set, right? I mean, I'm taking breaks, as you're seeing. I think the most, maybe 120, 130 I've ever done in like a single set. Where a set meaning, I get in the tabletop position, so upright position, and do as many as I can until like my knees or my body basically hits the ground. So I can pause and like do like downward dog quickly, or like I can maybe do one of these, you know, that a lot of people do, or like basically I can still be in the push-up position and be on my hands and feet, but the second any of the body part touches or whatever, set over, right? All right, let's hit it. Feeling good now. Feeling good. I gotta say, I don't know if it's maybe in these workouts I should do this more. I don't know if it's the scenery change from the parking lot to here, or if it's the, this honey stinger, but whatever it is, got a nice second wind going for these last 156 sets. I feel like so far, if I had to rank this might be the easiest one out of the 4 I've done. I have all my like challenge workouts listed below in the description. So far I've done 5. Recently I've done 4. Years ago though, 2019, I did 1,000 and technically 1. I did 1,000 handstand push-ups in a single workout. And then, like I said in the beginning of this video, 100 wide pull-ups, 500 dips, 500 squats, all in one workout. I think this might be the easiest out of those 5, if I had to be honest. I think if I had to rank them, the 1,000 handstand push-ups by far the hardest thing I've ever done fitness-wise. Out of anything, any activity. We'd probably go like 1,000 handstand push-ups, 500 dips. I don't know if the squats or wide pull-ups would be harder. I think they're different in different ways. I think the squats felt more like endurance difficult. The wide pull-ups felt more like strength difficult. I might say squats was harder, just because the endurance really started to get to me more than I expected, and then combine that. So yes, the squats are surprisingly harder than I expected, but in a different way. Then probably 100 wide pull-ups, 500 push-ups, I think. Actually, I don't know. The squats and pull-ups, I go back and forth on. It's just harder because I think I don't train endurance and cardio as much as I used to with all these different challenges I'm working on. So maybe that's why I just wasn't as up to my endurance game as I typically am or used to be for a little bit, given my change of working out style. So, what to say, but all right, let's get to these. $375. So we look at it. Uno más. I got 100 left. 1 plus 4. Now this is the part of the workout. Now that I'm over that hump, that like 60% hump, as I call it, then now I get antsy. In a good way. Like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm almost there. Like, because I'm not gonna lie, there are some times in workouts like these where, and it's tough to say, being honest, there are some times in workouts like these where it's like, I might hit a point where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. You know, like maybe I am in over my head. And I think one big thing I've heard about like motivation and all that kind of stuff, I know right now we live in a very like motivational society, which isn't a bad thing. But I think the problem that I've seen, I heard this somewhere years ago on like one of those magical Reddit posts, and I feel like Reddit has so many gems. It said motivation, it's not knowing about how to work or work out in this case, when you have motivation. It's knowing how to keep going when you don't have motivation. And I think that's important for a workout like this, where it's very easy to keep going when I know I'm gonna be able to do it. Well, I'm pretty sure, right? I can't say 100%. You never know, I could like pass out. I mean, I'm not trying to scare you, but you know what I mean, right? Like I can't say 100% this workout's gonna be done. Who knows if something weird happens, you know, I don't know. But knowing like these weird realm of possibilities in general, it's very easy right now for me like, oh, I'm almost there, I'm excited. But I think it's harder when you're doing a workout like this to know like, oh shoot, like I could quit right now, maybe I can't do this, I don't know. And I think that's what makes it very difficult. And I think it's very important in especially a workout like this, which is so long sometimes and very tedious, because it's not like I'm doing like push-ups, then squats, then maybe curls or whatever. I'm doing the same thing 500 times. It's very easy, I think, at certain points to get doubt in your head. And I think it's important, like I said, going back to that motivation quote, to not just work when you're motivated and pumped up and excited, or even when you have that second win, but it's important to know how to keep going when that doubt does creep in, to actually deal with that mental battle, you know, because obviously it's not like I'm gonna lose subscribers on YouTube by doing this video, or by not doing this video. Let me make that more clear. It's not like I'm gonna lose a bet. Car's loud. It's not like I made this a huge challenge and I'm live streaming and everyone's gonna see me lose. I could easily hit stop recording on this camera, give up, and no one would know, right? And I think that's what makes these challenges even more tricky. Because I have live streamed some fitness stuff, and I think the live streaming, it does help because I'm live on camera, and there's like this, like, you know, I know people are watching me, so if I give up, everyone's gonna know it. There is that kind of like social pressure, which is, I think, can sometimes be positive when used in the right way. But when it's just like this, when I'm by myself with my iPhone set up in a random part of Playa Vista, when there's no music going, no one's watching, literally no one's watching until I upload this video, that's when it's like you versus yourself, as weird as it is to say, you know? $4 sets left. I'm feeling it now again. Definitely goes in waves, I'll be honest. Alright though. 4 left. Also, I just realized I was gonna switch to elbow out, you know, like doing like this as opposed to this. You know, why switch it up now? Definitely feeling it in the triceps though, for sure. Just like I said, I feel it, but not as much. I feel like this way is an interesting balance, especially if you're trying to make your push-ups harder. I think for a lot of people, this way, I think for most people, is harder than elbows flared out, right? I think there are positives and negatives though to both. So I want to make it clear. I'm not saying like one's definitely better than the other. It's just different, right? I think especially for things like planche push-ups, like I said earlier, anyone who's doing calisthenics, I think elbows are easier because especially when you're doing the planche, you're typically not flared. And if you're doing like handstand push-ups, I think a lot of times, I guess depending on who you are, but typically your elbows are not really flared as well when it comes to handstand push-ups. Usually they're more in from like doing this, right? So, a breeze, feels nice. I wonder if I could take off the gloves with these, because this pavement actually isn't hot. But I'm so used to the gloves now, I feel like I'm like, they're now an extension of me for the rest of this workout. Whatever, you know. Because this pavement has been in the shade, so it's not hot. That pavement was hot though. That was also another big reason why I'm like, I don't know, is this parking lot a really good idea to do 500 push-ups? And there's no one in the parking lot, thank God, because I mean, imagine if like people are trying to park and I'm this random dude just being like, just doing push-ups, man, you know, like, so, nice little change of scenery, you know. I feel like, let me know what you think in the comments. Did you like the view earlier on the parking lot? Should I have just kept going? Or do you like this view here with, I think, more of like, I'd say naturistic scenery? That felt more of like a city-ish scenery, you know. Alright. 425. 3 sets left. And before I know I was like kneeling and everything. I'll just sit. I'm getting pretty tired. Feeling good though. Keep like dropping. Just like honey stick thing. I don't know if you could hear that, but somebody's screaming about something. No idea what that was. Alright. Again, another fun part about doing a live workout outside where anything goes, right? This is not like a controlled environment in my room somewhere, you know. Do like the Michael Phelps. All right. I don't know if I'm fully recovered from that last set. Again, I feel like with a workout like this, it always comes in waves, where it's like maybe doing good for a little bit, but then, you know, like I had a nice second wave or wind once I switched positions to here or environments. Now though, I think it's kind of like creeping back in, which is part of the challenge of something like this, you know. Oh, it always goes in and out. Although I would say an In-N-Out burger right now would hit. Definitely hit. Okay. Ooh, all right. This one's good. This one's a little rough. That one's rough. Whew. It's tough because I'm really hitting the wall now. But I'm also like, dude, I got 2 left. So close. At the same time, you know, slow and steady wins the race. So, it's Friday though. It's also been an interesting day. I feel like I was joking with one of my friends earlier because I was like, I feel like my job feels like every 10-year-old boy's dream, where it's like, today I woke up, I just filmed a video where I literally played video games on camera. I just did a video about, what's his name? I just forgot it. Oh, shoot. I forgot their name, but they recreated Halo Combat Evolved on Game Boy Color. I just uploaded that video, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun. So that's how I started my days, playing video games, doing a video about it. Now I'm doing like a calisthenics workout. So like, cause I do parkour and everything. Then I'm gonna work on electronic music a bit later. I also just released a new song called Pickleball Rules. You've Got My Lovin'. And then later, we'll see what happens. But it's funny, I'm like, I get to play video games, doing some like parkour calisthenics stuff, make electronic music and do DJ things, you know? All right, though, feeling good. Just want these last two to be nice. Now, like I said, in every workout video, if I can, and I feel like as long as I take enough adequate rest and everything, I'd much rather much rather take like a longer rest than I'm doing now, but make my like last sets look just as good as some of my beginning sets, right? Where it's like I don't want my form to start slacking. Or maybe I'm using an incorrect body position, or you know, maybe my range of motion or ROM isn't as good, you know. To the left. So this is the penultimate set. 500 push-ups. 450 to 475. Shoot, I lost count there. I think I did more. I think I'm at 20, but I think I've actually done more than 20. Ooh. Ooh. That last one, man, I'm feeling it now. But I only have one set left. And then, like I always do, unfortunately, like I always do, I have one set left, and then afterwards, I always do what I call plus one set, where I pretty much do, maybe not full on max or toe failure, but, you know, let's do it. So I got one set left. It's weird, I feel like the beginning of this workout started off pretty solid. Kind of hit a bit of a low point, as I typically do. It's almost when I get like halfway or 60%, like I said, where I realize I have to just do what I just did again, and I'm like getting close to the finish line, but I'm so far away. And then, I feel like when I moved here, had a great second wind, and then now. It's funny, because usually with these workouts, when I'm at this point, when I'm like, oh, I've got one set left, I'm usually like, that adrenaline's really starting to pump in. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it. Now I'm not feeling that at all, which is funny. I think it's probably one of the harder finishes. I feel like especially that last set. That last set was tough. And I don't really want to break this last set up. I don't want to do like 13 and 12 or something like that. I want to do like a full 25, but yeah, this is surprisingly, as much as I'm excited to be done with this, it's tricky. It's very, very tricky. I don't even know if I eat this now if it's actually gonna quote unquote kick in for this last one anyway. I don't know how long this I wonder how long this takes to like kick in. Cause I ate some, I'm gonna eat like, you know, I don't know. Alright, one left though, just one left. Again, I do want to have, this one being my last set, I do want to have good form. It's weird, this workout surprisingly is odd because I don't feel as like wiped compared to when I did the squats or dips. I think, yeah, this is probably the easiest out of the 5. I think just for some reason, these last few sets, I think my like arms are just starting to give out. Yeah. I'm feeling tight too. I think that's a big part of it. Just mentally getting in the zone, getting ready for these last 25. I'm feeling it. Here we go. Set 475 to 500. The final 25 of this workout until I do another till failure set. But for the extra, call them the afters. Maybe I'll start calling like the after sets. It's supposed to like the after hours or the after party. So we're gonna do one more set and then we have the afters. So that doesn't blow away. All right, ready? Let's do this, 25. Three left. That last one was tough. There it is. 500 push-ups. But wait, there's more. The party may be over, but we got the afters. Got the after party. I think for these, I'm gonna wait maybe like, give myself a minute. So, a mini break, but not a full one. So I'm not fully recovered. And maybe just go, not completely to failure, maybe form failure, but basically just like a nice like, I think this is like a final sprint. Okay, let's just have some fun now. The after party begins. Got the afters. Okay. Oh God. Oh, I'm actually really tight. My form's slacking. I'm not gonna really count these. Just like a. Oh, okay. Wow. You know, maybe I'm more gassed than I think. Okay. Wow, I'm way more gassed than I think. Woo. What a workout. There it is, though. 500 push-ups in a single workout. Thanks for watching. That was tough. I think the easiest though out of the 5, like I said. Oh, again, I have all my like challenge fitness long format videos in the description. That's it.